All right, what is going on, YouTube? So today we're back. We're back again. We're doing another controller review because I'm posting this after I have just done my review on the Razer Wolverine V3. And yeah, you'll understand after watching that video why I'm looking at yet another $200 controller because the V3 the Razer, it didn't capture what I needed it to capture for me. In all honesty, there are a lot of good things about it, but all of those good things do not justify $200 in my eyes. When you're looking at the entire package of what a $200 premium controller bundle should look like, I still hold the Elite standard, which you get a case that is of good material, you get some accessories that go along with the Xbox controller or whatever controller that you have that are of value, whether that be thumbsticks, whether that be paddle replacements, whatever you need to do. Even if you want to add some anti-friction rings that are even more, frictionless than the ones that were originally installed. But things that I think we're just seriously missing with the Razer V3, the Wolverine V3. And I think that the Stealth Ultra is probably going to be my next go about here because this thing seems to be packed with a lot of features that may or may not just be gimmicks. I do have my reservations about this controller, just a few of them, because I've been reading some reviews on Reddit. I've been reading some, user reviews. The good thing about this controller is that it's already been out for, I believe, a year. I'm pretty sure this came out in 2023 versus the Razer Wolverine that just came out in like August 2024. So we have a lot more time behind this controller. We've seen what the longevity looks like, and we can, actually get a good sense of how it's holding up, and hopefully if there's any bugs in like some of the software or any bugs in some of the quality control issues they may have had upon first release when they were manufacturing them, maybe a lot of those things have been situated by now. But let's just go ahead and just take a little look at it here. I have it pulled up and directly on the Turtle Beachhead's website, so that way you can see what it would be looking like for you. And I wish I had this sponsored Turtle Beach. If you guys see this, please send me your products so I can stop paying for it myself. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the trigger on this one too. I did end up returning the Razer Wolverine, so that's why I'm pulling the trigger on this one anyway. And it's just going to be another experience. And, that's why you got to really look at those warranties, make sure you get all your thoughts in those first 30, 14 days sometimes. So I like the Elite, but I'm still trying to find something that does just a little bit more for me. And of course, the most important thing is that the Elite doesn't have Hall effect thumbsticks. Here's some of the specs right here as we're just getting into it. Key features is that it's got high performance lag-free wireless technology. It's Bluetooth and it's through a dock. And what I was wondering about with no, it just looks like this is the connection. Never mind. So yeah, it's Bluetooth to your phone, and it is with a dock for the console or for your PC because it's a dongle. So that's already one bonus over the Razer Wolverine because it did not have Bluetooth, which I thought was absolute insanity. Because I just recently on the channel here, you saw I was playing a mobile game. I was playing Destiny Rising, and I was playing that on my phone, my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I wanted to use a controller instead of using the touchscreen because who wants to use their touchscreen, obviously. So I wanted to do that, and I ended up just turning on my Bluetooth on my Elite Series 2 and just connected directly to my phone, pulled it right up. It was a seamless process. But with the Razer V3, you are completely stuck to using the dongle. So you can only get on a device that has a dongle available. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it can only be PC. It doesn't work on like a Nintendo Switch or anything crazy like that, or you can't go over to a PlayStation either. It's literally just the Xbox and your PC. That's it. That's insane to me. So if we scroll down to the bottom here, we're just going to go through just the main key features of the actual controller, and I'm going to go over some of the things that I've seen in other reviews and some of those Reddit reviews. But you can kind of click around on these things too, which is really cool that they have these interactive little points on the website. I think that's a really cool option. But first and foremost, the big thing that's jumping out at you is the display. It has an actual display on the controller, and the one main feature that drew me into this was being able to get your phone notifications on your controller while you're gaming. and I thought that that was perfect for somebody like me who wears a smartwatch and has their phone right next to them when they're gaming, and I still miss notification. I still miss phone calls. Friends, family, if you guys are trying to contact me, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. I am just that oblivious to my phone, and I do everything I possibly can to put all the notifications in front of my face. So maybe this is finally the answer, is that I need it on the physical controller. So, which I doubt that's going to really change much, but either way, it's cool. It's cool. I'm paying $200 for it. Let me have something that's out of the box. I like the ingenuity. So you have a full color display. It also has all of the software for the controller directly on that display as well. You don't have to pull up an app like you did with the Razer Wolverine V3. You don't have to worry about anything that you have to download off of the internet or anything like that. You do have like updates and stuff that'll happen once you connect it to your Xbox, but that's pretty much it. And you see it has these RGB strips as well, which I already have heard that this is pretty much a downside to the controller over it being an upside, just because it drains so much of the battery life for it to run these RGB lights. And if you're gaming, you're going to be holding your hands right over the lights anyway, so you're not even going to really see them. It's kind of a wasted feature, and that's why Razer got rid of their lights on the V3 for the Wolverines. So that makes total sense. But somebody like me that kind of picks up and puts my controller right back on the charging dock, excellent segue into the next portion, comes with a charging dock, which, thank you. It's a $200 controller. Xbox did it with the Elite series, both of them, series 1 and 2. Please continue to give me a charging dock, because I think that is the best way for me to charge my controller. I don't want to fumble around with some cable and trying to find a USB-C. I just want to be able to pick it up and put it right down. And I know that's extremely lazy of me, but it's a convenience thing, and I believe it is a premium feature that needs to be a baseline standard for controllers. It needs to be charging dock accessible. Look at all the things that we have that we wirelessly charge. I wirelessly charge Raycons, I wirelessly charge my watch, my phone. Anything that you have that is of daily use at this point pretty much comes with a wirelessly charging feature. Might as well do it with your controllers too. So that's an A+ for me. It comes with that charging dock. And like I said, for somebody that picks up the controller for the session, maybe 2, 3, 4 hours max, a gaming session, put it right back down. It's 100% every time I use it, so it's not really a problem for me for the battery drain. But if it does become an issue, I'll be sure to note it. And of course, it has adjustable trigger stops, and it has, I'm not too grossed out by these paddles. I'm not completely grossed out. I'm just a little grossed out, but I'm open to change. So at least it has 4 options. It has 4 buttons on the back, and I like that instead of forcing me to grip 4 individual paddles like the V3, it's only my main fingers that I use, the middle fingers on the back, that pretty much have the most dexterity, and you're just working the 4 buttons with those fingers. So that's going to be some mental gymnastics I'm going to have to get over, but from a grip perspective, I feel like that would be a lot more comfortable than trying to work with 4 paddles. So I'll definitely be open to giving this a shot. At least it's, not just 2 individual buttons. It is 4 segmented buttons that you have in there. So that should be cool. I haven't tried a controller like that. Now, the one thing I am upset about, I will just say this too real fast. Who likes this? Who likes this cereal bowl D-pad? I think that is the most unattractive, just ugly thing that you could put on a controller, and it makes my thumb feel weird. I'm a old school plus sign D-pad. That's all I need. At least the Elite gives me the option to swap that out. I don't have to use that. So I'm forever grateful to the Elite for that, because it looks like everywhere else I go, I'm just being forced to use this, and I will not conform. I'm not going down with you guys who like this cereal bowl. If you do like it, you tell me why in the comments, but otherwise, I don't want to hear it. So that's the only, little gripe that I have with the controller. Otherwise, grips, it looks like it has nice rubber grips on the side, which is A+ as well. I like the paint on it. The actual size is more of that bricky, blocky Xbox controller style instead of the rounded edges that you get out of the Wolverine. So I'm already liking the way that this controller looks. I'm praying, but with a whole screen in here, I doubt it. But I'm praying that this controller has a little bit of heft to it and it doesn't just feel like a piece of plastic. Like I really do not enjoy that sensation when I go to pick up the controller, and that's the main feature that made me get away from the V3. So I hope that that doesn't exist in this controller, but that's pretty much the main thing. And of course, all of these thumbsticks, these are Hall effect thumbsticks. Now I will say that just looking at the friction rings right here, they look a little bit more like matte instead of like a nice silky, like metallic-y chrome plating kind of deal that you get on a lot of the other controllers, or at least like with the plastic ones that you get with, you know, the Razer or with the Fusion Pro. So I don't know if that's really something that I'm even gonna care about or notice. It was nice on the Razer, it was nice on the Fusion Pro. On a regular Elite, it already has some level of anti-frictionness to it. That's, I mean, it's a joystick, so I would only assume that it's really for, like, for somebody that knows the difference between a regular keyboard and a mechanical keyboard with loop switches. It's that kind of thing. And speaking of that, another good segue, the switches. We'll test and see how these feel. I don't really use the face buttons on the controllers often. You probably can't even see this because it's behind my head. Let me go over here. The switches are you know, something that I don't really care about because I don't really use these buttons. All the buttons that I use are on the back. So I hope that these feel nice. It took the Razer to show me that I was blinded by the Elite and how smushy the Elites feel. So if that's something you care about, we'll go ahead and check that out. And of course, we'll check, you know, the accuracy of the dead zones on the controller, and we'll see how well that looks when you set it to 0, if you have the option to set it to 0, and if you have the option to display it. So I wonder if all of that is still on the screen, or if you can see it like how you can do it on Xbox with the Elite and how they have that software on there, or even with the Razer and that app. I believe this does have an app that it comes with too, so I'm pretty sure that that's how you're going to get all that information. But there you go. That's pretty much the baseline of it. We're going to test this one out on the channel. We will be doing the live unboxing on this channel as well. So if you missed that last one, here's a chance for you to come to the next one, and we'll, you know, just get that first impression experience together, and I'll do some testing, come up with a good review for it, and I'll let you know what my thoughts are. But as always, I thank you for your time. If you appreciate and like this kind of content, just go ahead and hit the like button for me, and just to show me that you're out there and you like seeing these kinds of things and like sharing these thoughts with me, and let me share my thoughts with you. And I will let you guys know on all the normal socials. You follow me on X or in the Discord. All of those links will be in the description down below. And I appreciate your time as always. Subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. I do it regularly, and I stream every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So thanks for coming by. I appreciate your time, and have a wonderful day. Peace.